Happy Sunday. Boy, we were at church today, and but one of the things that was brought up is just struggles, right? And just our sinful nature, and how relatable that is, because we all go through it, don't we? And it's interesting too, because it seems like you don't realize how much you struggle on stuff until you start to change. So you start trying to become better, and then it's like you realize how trapped you are in these struggles that you didn't realize had such a hold on you. But it's weird too, because you'll go through this process, and it's like you justify in your mind why it's okay, right, to do these things. And it's across the board, right? It's being lazy, it's gluttony, it's lustfulness, porn addiction, right, drinking, drug addiction. It's all this stuff, right? And you can justify. Your mind's amazing, man. You can justify, and you're like, all right. And then all of a sudden you'll slip right into it. And the moment you commit and you do it, what happens? Right? All this shame and guilt just comes piling in, doesn't it? Just piling in, and just down talking yourself. And that's not from God, right? That's not God's talk. And I think one thing that really made it a lot more clear to me was after having kids. And then, and I mean, they're still young, 10, 6, and 3, but watching them, they make mistakes and they do things, and realize, like, I want to build them up, and I know they're better than those actions, but I don't shame them. I don't make them feel terrible about that. I try and help grow them and build them up. And they're just amazing little people. And I think it's really important too that we really take the effort to say, what's more important? Is it my struggles, right? Or is it my family? So if it's your family, then you better figure out tools to start overcoming that stuff, right? And being the man or the woman you're supposed to be. And I just want to say one big thing that was really helpful for me, and it's actually two things really, was one, when my mind would start getting locked in to those struggles, right? And I started kind of feeling myself sinking down there. If I could consciously make that quick effort and realize what I'm doing, and I would just say, Lord, help me. A quick change in your thinking, just like that, right, would change everything. And then I would move. I'd get up and I'd go into action to do something. It didn't matter, just to go into action, right? And that right there changed everything for me. And it took a while, right? We're talking years of practice doing this. It took a while, but it did make a change, and it started making a change in the thought process. And the more you do it, it becomes a habit, right? And so the easier it is to recognize when you start slipping down into those different struggles, it makes it a lot easier to start changing, right? So what are we trying to do? We're trying to create good habits, aren't we? And you create those good habits, you recognize the bad ones, and you can't really get rid of the bad ones. You got to implement a new good habit into it, right? Anyways, I hope that's helpful to somebody. Go and grow.